Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am baking. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And I'm not in my own kitchen. You've actually seen my kitchen before and vlogged many moons ago. Today I am in my cousin's kitchen. Can you guess who it is? It's Natalie! Natalie's gonna bake with me because I'm borrowing her kitchen and all of her things. We are going to be making today JAMMIE Dodgers. This is a very popular cookie in the UK. I ate many a JAMMIE Dodger while I was in England. She does not relate to that. But they're super, super yummy. So follow along with me, get some ingredients. It's gonna be freaking fun. So let's get started. First thing you need to do is wash your hands. Do you have clean hands? I have clean hands. Oh! You will need flour. Specifically, you're gonna need 2 cups and 2 tablespoons of it. Here's flour. All the flour. Yeah. You're getting swole over here. It's like a workout. Next, you're gonna need some sugar, but not regular sugar. Oh no. Today we're using confectioner sugar or powdered sugar. This breaks up the dough nice and crumbly, and that's exactly how you want it for this cookie, because it's basically a shortbread base. So it's like super easy, but confectioner sugar is the way to go. You will need how much confectioner sugar? 1 cup of it. The next thing you're gonna need is salt. Now for this, salt is more of like just a consistency thing. Like you don't actually get a lot of it. Just like it says a pinch in the recipe. A pinch means a lot of things to a lot of different people. You can either do a pinch like me or a pinch like somebody else. It doesn't matter. Do what you feel. Live your lives, guys. Love yourself. Next, you're gonna need some pure vanilla. Not any of that impure vanilla. No, this is the real deal. Pure vanilla. It is so pure. 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract. You're also gonna need lots and lots and lots of butter, but our butter has to be cold when it goes into our batter. So I'm not gonna take it out of the fridge because that will ruin our dough consistency. You're gonna need a heckin' ton of butter. Literally so much. You need 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of butter. That's like 2½ sticks. It's a lot of butter. You're gonna need 2 eggs. One of them is going to be a whole egg. Just, you know, an egg. Oh yeah, we have some. You're gonna need 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk. Last but not least, you're gonna need some jam. You can use any kind of jam you feel like. It does not matter. My favorite one I've made is Marionberry. Oh, Emily's handing me jam. This is some homemade raspberry jam. This is the real deal. My last ones I made were Marionberry, and they were my favorite so far. So let's see how the raspberry holds up. Raspberry's the best. I love raspberry jam. Here, I'm so sad. Those are all the ingredients you're going to need to make your JAMMIE Dodgers, but you're also gonna need some tools because you can't just throw all those things in the oven and hope a cookie comes out. Okay? Bad idea. For mixing up your batter, dough, whatever you feel like calling it, you are going to need a hand mixer. We have a bowl, so normally you would use a whisk in a situation like this, but that butter is gonna be freaking difficult to mix up with a whisk. It's gonna take like 100 years. So instead we're just gonna cheat and use a hand mixer. You can also use a mixing bowl, like there's one back here, but for the aesthetic, we are not doing that. A little hot cookie cutter. You're gonna cut half of your cookies with this. Not all of them, just half of them. I will explain why when we get to that. A glass, because circle cookies are most beautiful when you use a glass. It's true. Unless you have a circle cookie cutter, but usually those are either too big or too small. Glasses are the perfect size. It's amazing. Also, obviously, you're gonna need like measuring cups and stuff like that. We need a lot of different ones of those, so I'm not gonna walk through all of them for you. The first thing you need to do is turn your oven to 350 degrees. I don't know how to work your oven. Yeet! Step 1 is done. Good job. Hi. For your flour, like I said before, you're going to need 2 cups and 2 tablespoons. So this is so snazzy. I didn't even know these existed because I only have a 1 cup. If you have a 2 cup measuring cup, you can use that, which is really neat. So get in there. Okay, here's your flour. Put it in the bowl. Make sure it's level. You gotta have the exact right amount. Just kidding, it's not actually that big of a deal. You can always add in later, but you can't take away. Am I right? At the moment, I'm putting powdered sugar into a measuring cup. I'm really worried it's gonna make a really gross scraping sound if I just stick it in here, so I'm just gonna scoop it out with this little scoopy thing. This is so cute. I don't have these at home. I love it. Next, we're going to need our iodized salt. Okay, just get a little pinch of salt. Just put it all on, whatever. And we're gonna whisk it. So this part's easy, you just get it all together. These ingredients are all the same color, so it's kind of hard to tell when they're all together, but it kind of looks the same. You know what I'm saying? It's Just a little bit of sugar on the rim. Scrape it out. This is beautiful. Cookie dough in its beginnings. It's baby cookie dough. Next we're gonna need our butter, and we're gonna have to cut our butter, but we have to cut it fast. So we're gonna cut this butter into manageable cubes, and just remember it does have to be moderately cold when it goes into your dough. Like obviously it's not gonna be like just out of the fridge because it's not, but just keeping it a little bit cold. Ooh, I'm not gonna cut myself.
That made me really nervous.
I know,
I was like watching it, I was like, oh
I can
no.
literally like feel you holding your breath. Okay, first bout of butter goes in. How exciting. I'm shielding it. We might have to add in some more flour at the end of this.
Are you sure this butter is supposed to be this cold?
Yeah. Oh my lord!
Oh,
It's anarchy!
this is a mess.
Now that we are sufficiently covered in flour, powdered sugar, salt, and butter, we've given up on life. So it's time to go to the mixer. We're learning as we go. It's the baking show. Now we wait for a hot second while the butter decompresses. And then we're gonna put in the eggs and vanilla and stuff. And then we're gonna taste it to make sure we didn't lose too much of the flour and sugar in that catastrophe. The dough's done. Look at that, so crumbly. This actually might have gotten over me just a little bit.
It's like cauliflower.
Don't even compare this to hanging cauliflower. We're gonna put in our eggs and our vanilla next. Very exciting. Crack. That was disappointing. Take two. Crack. Much better. Oh, gorgeous. Look. Yum.
Butter chunks.
Hashtag butter chunks. Hashtag egg chunks. Egg butter chunks.
No, just
stop.
keep it at butter chunks.
It's stuck. Okay, I'm going in. Ah! Now they're both gone.
That looks great.
I'm just kidding.
It's like,
Well, that's your cookies, guys. Good job. You're all done. Next, you're gonna add your vanilla. This is so exciting. We're almost done, guys. This is the last ingredient. Thank God. We're almost there. Do you want to mix the vanilla now?
sure.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
You're doing something.
Getting that vanilla.
This is really thick.
It's a really thick dough. So you're gonna need some plastic wrap, about this much plastic wrap. You gotta go for it, man. You gotta pick up this dough with your bare hands and just stick it on this plastic wrap. Are you ready?
Yeah. Just a lot.
How does it taste?
Buttery.
It's pretty buttery.
It's really buttery.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, no. It's like a good subtle butter.
I think I'm just gonna roll with it.
Yeah. Roll.
This might be an extra buttery batch of JB Dodgers, and that's okay because not every time can come out perfect, and we might have put too much butter in. Whatever. Say la vie. This looks so yummy. That's my favorite thing to do is when something looks gross, I'm like, yummy. If there's one thing to know about baking, everybody, it's that it's not perfect every time.
Look at that. We got all of that.
Flop it on.
Flop it on.
No. We're gonna freeze this and we will report back in 15 minutes. Hey, welcome back, everybody. The cookies have chilled. Here's our dough roll. Roll the dough, ball of dough, you know, whatever. It's good. So you're gonna need a flat surface to roll your dough out on, a rolling pin. This one reminds me of a baseball bat. Kaylee said I should put nails in it. I can be seen. Flour up that dough. Nat's about to get those cookie sheets though. Cookie sheets, dough. Oh, no. Time to cut. You can have your dough rolled out. Your dough rolled out really however thick you want it. Thick or thin, it does not matter. You can come in all shapes and sizes. Cut it out with the top of your glass. Oh, that one's stuck. There is so much butter in this, you guys. This cookie recipe does not yield that many cookies. It's important to note that because, you know, if you were just doing them all flat, like one single cookie, it would yield a lot more. But because you have to stack them, it kind of shrinks it down a wee bit. So if you want a lot, double your recipe. Or do what I always do, and I use the little hearts that I cut out and just make more cookies. Just tiny little heart cookies. They're so cute. And you can to either put jam on those as well or just leave them however you want. Doesn't matter. Whatever you're feeling.
I like a Bob Ross, but like baking version.
That's what they call me, Bacon Bob Ross. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna cut out the rest of these bad boys and then we're gonna count them and then half of them will get the heart in the middle. Just half. Only half of them because they're full. Oh, now this is for you. Eat it. Eat it.
In honor of the
Okay, we have to
avatar
count
not
this
being
all.
boiled in oil, uncooked dough.
Now, everybody, that our cookies are on their trays and they're looking beautiful. These are the top cookies.
I was really tempted to just go like.
And these are the, the bottom cookies. These have to bake for 12 minutes total, sometimes 14. These might be more of 14 because they're so doughy. We're gonna do 6 minutes and then we're gonna rotate the racks and then do it for 6 more minutes. Cookies are in, the cookies are in. Yeah, the crowd goes wild. The cookies are out of the oven, they are cooled and we are now putting jam on them. This part's really easy, all you need is a spoon and some jam. We're using, what is this, raspberry we think?
Either raspberry or mixed jam.
Raspberry or mixed berry? Who knows? Put a little bit in the middle of your cookie, spread it around a hot second, and then you're good to go. That's it, it's so easy. This is what it should look like. Now it's gonna do a taste test of the jam with the cookie. This is what your tray of cookies should like once you've got your jam on. Don't put it all the way to the edge, so you know it's mostly bunched in the middle because once it goes in the oven, it flattens, like spreads out. And now we're gonna take these bad boys with the hearts cut out the top. Oh, these held really well. Sometimes the jam is gonna look really sparse, but that's okay. I promise it's gonna all come together. That one just broke, rip. Now you just have to put these back in the oven now that they're all stacked. It really doesn't yield a lot of cookies, I warned you earlier. They go back in the oven for about 7 minutes. And then what you have to do is pull them out, leave them on the tray. Don't take them off. If you take them off, the jam slides everywhere. The second they're moved, it just falls apart. Leave them on the tray. And after about 20 minutes, they're nice and solidified and you can pull them off and they're sticky and delicious and gooey. So good. Alright guys, our cookies are all done. They're nice and set. They're still a little bit jiggly on the top, but they're not hot anymore, so the jam's not gonna slide. They look so yummy. I'm really excited to try them. But first is powdered sugar time. We are like Great British Baking Show up in this business. I mean, just look at, don't know. Get a canister. Make sure you have the label, powdered sugar for shaking. It's really important to know the difference. Okay, we're gonna shake some powdered sugar, shake it, onto these cookies and make them look extra beautiful. So, here we go. Oh my gosh. I'm really happy with how these turned out. They look so beautiful. Ignore this like ugly cracked one in the corner. I'm so excited to try these. They look so yummy. You pick yours first. I know. I think this one.
Quite good. Yeah.
Really good right there.
Smash it.
In the words, what does Mary Berry say when something's delicious?
I quite like that.
Quite like that. Alright everybody, that was our very first baking video. That was super fun. I hope you always bake with me. It's good to have a baking buddy. Try our Jamie Daughters recipe. Again, we got this from, oh, where did we get this from? This is from the website, www.thebakerupstairs.com. Go to her website, check it out. It's her Jamie Daughters, a Doctor Who recipe. You know, Matt Smith on Doctor Who loves Jamie Daughters, so I think it's Matt Smith, I don't know. I haven't watched that season all the way through yet. So comment below what you want to see us cook and bake and whisk together with magic cooking skills, I guess. I don't know.
Right?
And maybe love is a breeze.
Kelly, we're still filming.
I thought you were done. For the first time ever we're seeing it eye to eye. Stand by for technical difficulties. Da, na, 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 na.
Gosh, this is like.
Da, na, na,